from the Shawn World Net Radio. This is Senny J from the Shawn Harvey Morning Show featuring the Wake Up Team. Catch us on Comedy World Net Radio.
Who is it? It's Young and Nut, and I'm doing them.
I'm gonna put this camera. There you go. Now, okay. Now, yes, Rome. Yes. Okay, I'm assuming. All right, come on, let's clap. God bless. Okay, so what a morning. Okay, so it's a throwback Thursday, June the 9th. 45 minutes after the hour. Jesus Christ, welcome, Shawn Harvey Morning Show. Wake up team. That's what Miss Me go any place on earth where you get your morning started, right? Chat room's open. Please call in 570-92-6950. My chin got to stop sweating, okay? I guess we're live now on all platforms, and thank you guys for your patience. We truly appreciate you, and we just wanted to go live on the other end just to let y'all guys know what we're doing. We're on YouTube this morning as well. We're there. I can see that we are. Please subscribe to our page and like the page. Shawn Harvey Morning Show. Welcome to this is where you get your love, and most importantly, it's the only place. I'm a little ADHD.
He's a little razzle dazzle right now, guys.
Only place on earth where you get your morning started. All right, Miss Miko, good morning. Good to see you at 46 minutes at the hour. And how are you?
I'm good, Shawn. Good morning to you, and good morning to our incredible chat room family. You guys, thank you for bearing with us and holding us down while we go through the technical difficulty. Shout out to engineer extraordinaire DJ Rome. Thank you for answering the phone in the clutch at 7 o'clock in the morning. It's your girl, Miss Miko. I'll be bringing you the weather in Bethlehem, PA. Currently, it's 54 degrees, going to a high of 71. It will be partly cloudy, partly sunny all day. And in New York City, it will be a high of 82, and it'll also be partly sunny. So we're going to get a little reprieve from that heat we've been having the last 2 days. So that's the weather where I am. Tell me about the weather where you are. Your girl, Miss Miko, Shawn Harvey Morning Show, the only place where you get your morning started right.
Thank you so much. Only place on earth where you get your morning started right. We appreciate you guys. Okay. So before we get into the news, Miss Miko's tips, the whole thing. Yes, special shout out to DJ. Let's clap for Rome.
Yes, definitely clap it up for Rome.
Because he checked the system. One of the plugs fell out of one of these monitors, and it cut all the sound up. And DJs and like Young and Nut and all these guys that are DJs, that are technical guys, they kind of appreciate things like this. I think it's more of the challenge of figuring out what's wrong and fixing it, which gives guys like Rome and Young and Nut, and special shout out to Rome, that euphoric feeling, because they go through all the checkpoints and then they figure out the problem and fix the problem. So unfortunately for us, we just want to hear the music and the sound. Right. And we want to hear our favorite song dancing like we done lost our minds. But guys like Rome and all the other DJs around the world, that are engineers, it's more complex than that.
It's levels
It's just
to this.
it's not just turning things on.
Right.
Sure, if you pay the bill, you got the power. But this is a whole different dynamic. So I want to give a special shout out to DJ Rome and all DJs that, because these guys are the last people to leave the party.
Yep.
They got to unplug, or not only do they got to unplug all this stuff, they like DJ Hot Sauce and DJ Roman and DJ Young. I don't know if you do what Hot Sauce does, but I've been working with Hot Sauce a year. Hot Sauce would, at the end of the party, he will take all his wires and
roll them up.
he'll roll them up,
all nice and neat.
like a big weed joint from the 70s,
Yep.
nice and neat, and tie them up and have some special suitcase and put everything is organized.
Sure do.
It's the last one to leave the party. But I can appreciate that because you're right. There's levels to all of this. Miss Miko and I would have been sitting here for 5 weeks to try to figure this thing out.
Yes. Shout out to Rome for answering the phone because we was a little stressed, y'all.
Yeah, so and Rome answered the phone as the constant professional, but I'm scared of that bill. The constant professional that he is, he answered the phone, figured it out. It was something simple that cut the system off. But he went through all the channels to do it. So I give a shout out to all these folks. And we sit there and we bother these DJs. I want to hear, can you play this song? Shut up. Shut up. These people got to put all this stuff together. And it's thousands of dollars worth of equipment that these DJs own. There's thousands of dollars worth of equipment right here.
Right, right.
And y'all weren't running around there. Not only you ask for the stupid song, you don't even tip the DJ. And then you get mad when you don't play the song. Well, our source could call it right now. He'll tell you. When we used to do the show every Saturday night at Fernwood, and them drunk folks came up, I was like, you got to give this guy some money right now if you want to hear this stupid song that has nothing to do with what the DJ is playing.
It's playing right now, right. Messing up his whole set. Yep.
One time we did a Valentine's party and everybody was, on the dance floor. Everybody had on red. It was Valentine's Day, and I was, hosting the party, and Hot Sauce was playing the music, and this dude came over with his wife, and you could tell they both was in love. Mm-hmm. And I mean the music, like we playing that hold down music. The dance floor is popping. We playing Hambo, have you heard? Like it's popping. Yo, my man came over. He was like, yo, can I get some slow ballad? Some Luther Vandross something slow.
Absolutely not, sir.
I told him to scat. Get on out of here. We're not playing. And if you want to hear that right now, get this dude $100.
And?
Give him $100 right now for him to stop. Everybody on the down. You hear. Like the dance floor is popping. Here this dude come.
Can I hear?
He want to hear some Peebo Rice.
He want to hear "Hero" by Cher.
He's like, and I'm like, no. So the DJs got to deal. These technical guys got to deal with this. Mm-hmm. But they got to put together, and this is a complex system. So shout out to these folks. Now, everybody put a number one in the chat room for all the DJs. The DJs that looked out for us this morning, especially DJ Roman, was playing music by Young and Us. So let's show these guys some love.
Yes, shout out to the DJ.
Shout out to DJ every once in a while, guys. These guys, they spend out. Listen, I ain't gonna tell Rome's business, but Rome, I've been to Rome's house several times, and Jesus Christ, that system and what?
I've seen them. I've seen the
what?
system. Yeah,
Rome, I'm sorry, bro. Rome got a mixing board the size of this room.
Crazy.
That's just the board.
Yeah.
Forget about all the other stuff this guy got. So I understand that, like these folks, man, they invest because they love what they do. Mm-hmm. So they invest their hard-earned money. Young and Nutty just running around here. He got his job, and I'm for sure some of his money go, you know what, let me buy a piece of equipment. Miko, that might cost $700 for that one piece.
And pieces like this big. And pieces like this big.
But no, we run over there drunk as hell. I want to hear before I let go. Shut up. Now, put it on one channel if you can hear us. Okay.
That's right, Randy. Shout out to all the DJs.
Let's clap for the
right.
DJs because
Go
the DJs
DJ.
they and let me tell you something. Listen, I've been in these streets all my life, Miss Miko. I tell you this. I left my mother house when I was 9. I've been out.
How many relationships?
Now, when I left my mother house, I left for a 13-year-old.
Okay, got it. Got it.
I was into older women back then. I was saying that. I love saying that. And back then when we was out there DJing and MCing back in the day, I used to be a rock star MC back in the day, Ms. Migo. That was before you was born. These DJs came out. We already know this. We should just going to share this real quick before we move on. They had you had to have a van.
Right, you had crates. You had records.
You couldn't DJ without a van. Forget about a car.
You had 4 or 5.
The DJ now, they only need a car.
Right.
A DJ could DJ in a Yugo.
Right.
But back then, you had these big, and Source have them to this day, and I always snap on Source. These big wooden speakers, I call them. He got this set with just the old school speakers. I call them the Grand Wizard Theodores, because there's these big giant bass bottoms. They're made out of wood.
That thing will shake a building.
You know what I'm saying? And then he got to put these little wires in the back of it. Like, it's not the speakers like now, like this speaker right here that has a built-in amp in it. I'm talking about like you got the speaker box, the amp box, the tweeter box.
Right.
And they had all these racks of freaking mixing boards and all this stuff. And the turntables and all that. They had to put all that stuff together. And then y'all talk about the DJ didn't play my song, but you home drunk. And the DJ still at the party packing up.
You boo loving in the corner getting that number.
Right. You doing
Lonnie your night up.
Right. You doing something crazy.
Right.
And the DJ. So again, salute to the DJs. Now, I got some free passes I'm giving away to the Father's Day tomorrow. A couple free passes, Joe.
DM me for tickets, guys. It's going to be a good one. You
Right.
don't want to miss it.
Right. So, and welcome to the show, guys. We appreciate you. We're going to fast track right through this thing. Ms. Migo, in the city of Philadelphia,
Yes.
Pennsylvania, which I didn't know. I mean, I was just briefly researching it, but they have a curfew, some kind of curfew for the kids.
Right.
I think if you're under 13, you have that information?
Yeah.
Okay,
Pull it back up here.
okay,
Okay, keep talking.
Okay. So I think if you're under 13, I think you got to be in the crib by 9:30. 13 year, a 13-year-old 9:30. I think even to me, I think that's kind of late, but I get it. And then I think from 13 to 16, I think it's like 10 o'clock or whatever, something like that. And then from 16 to whatever age is midnight. Now, I don't know what other cities are implementing this into the, to their laws of the local government. But what do you guys think of a curfew for for the children in this country or wherever city you live in? And it's an interesting point because what does that say, Ms. Migo, about you being a parent? I know that there's laws to protect parents and children, even if they're in the household, of course. But if you need the city or the state to say, hey, your children need to be home at a certain time.
Right now, it's
what
Chicago.
does that say? What does that say about? Okay, hold on. Let me just say this, and then you can go on. What does that say about you as a parent? Because I think that okay, I don't see nothing wrong with the state, city, or fed saying, hey, there's a curfew for teenagers. That's nothing wrong with that. But my whole thing is, why should that affect most parents when you should have that conversation or let your children know your ass got to be in the house by 9 o'clock? Because that's the era I grew up in, Miss Migo.
Right.
My mother told me, have your ass in this crib by 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, whatever time, 6 o'clock, whatever time it was. And if I wasn't in the crib at that time, I was in front of the building with everybody else. Because it really took a village back in those days when I grew up. That was the days we all stood in front of, we all sat in front of the stoop and the courtyard of the building.
Good
Was
old
our that was our whole world and our whole existence as children. So the the children that I grew up with in my neighborhood, we did have curfews. It wasn't mandated by the state or the city or the feds. It was mandated by mom and dad, and you got that ass whooped.
And the neighbors.
Right,
Period.
and the neighbor. Like I said, it took that village. Yeah.
Yep.
So, first question in the chat. Are people in the chat room?
They talking about it.
Okay, you know what? We
They
might
giving
even
curfews
give y'all a bonus. We might even shout y'all out today. I might feel like I might shout y'all out today
Yes,
since y'all's
shout
rocking.
out. We got the best chat room ever.
So my whole thing is, if you, parents, have you ever given your children a curfew? And I'll just start with me, Miss Smiko. I've never. God has blessed me. I have 5 children and 1 bonus son. I think it might be 6 kids.
Mm-hmm.
All my kids are grown guys. You know what I mean? My youngest is 24 years old and my oldest is 38. Damn, I'm old as hell.
As hell, as rocks.
I mean, old. I never had to put a curfew on one of any of my children. God has blessed me. I give it up. I give a special shout out to all my baby mothers who are good women, and put those foundations in with my children as well as myself, where we didn't have that issue with a curfew, but there have been those times where, hey, listen, you got to be home at a certain time.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, thank God for Jesus that my kids were receptive towards that and respected that decision. Guys, have you ever given your children a curfew? That's the first question. That's put number 1 chat room if you did. Put it number 2 if you haven't. I think we've all done. Give me a number 1. God bless. And the second thing, do you think that the city, states, and the feds should impose a curfew in your local town? Harvey says yes. Because some of y'all can't control these kids.
Got these hooligans running around.
Some of y'all done gave up on Jamal at the age of 11. Like, he's not.
I just can't do it. I give up.
You just put some holy water on him and let him go out. So before we get into the chat room and see what they say, what are the cities that have these curfews for children?
Chicago need it because they different in Chicago.
Yeah, they real different.
Chicago need, and also New Orleans just actually started their curfew for youth in New Orleans, and that just started on June 1st, 7 days ago.
And what is the curfew?
So with New Orleans, let me just read the article.
And before you read the article, are you guys okay with that? Like, are you okay with your local government or even the feds that's saying, hey, listen, we know you're a great parent, whatever, that kid still got to be in at 9 o'clock. If we see your kid outside at 9 o'clock, we're going to have a problem with you. Are you guys okay with that? Because I asked the question. It should be a simple answer, but it's a complicated it should be a simple question with a complicated answer, because you got a lot of parents that says, no, my 14-year-old is good or 16-year-old is good. They can stay out to 10 o'clock and they're fine. They don't need to be in at 9 o'clock because I trust them. And they are some children that are trustworthy, that respect their parents. The young lady who won the contest here last week, the mother said, I trust my daughter. She makes great decisions.
Mm-hmm.
And you have those children out here that have those relationships and respect the boundaries of their parents.
Right.
So but there are some people that, no, I'm not, Jamal don't have to come in at 9. He could come in at 10 because I know he's good.
That's why Jamal got to come in at 9. Jamal ain't good.
Okay. So guys, guys, do you think, how you feel about that? Do you think that they should implement a curfew nationwide on the federal level with curfews with children under the age of 18? From 13, because the number, the age 13 always pops up in this discussion, especially now with these implementations of these laws. So obviously teenagers start at what? 13.
13, yeah.
Right? 13, 19.
Right.
I think 19 you might be, I don't think you need it. If you need a curfew at 19, there's something wrong.
There's no reason a 13-year-old should be outside at 11 o'clock, in my opinion. What's happening at 11 o'clock for a 13-year-old to be outside?
I totally agree with you. Yeah. But I don't even think a 13-year-old should be outside. Philadelphia, they was trying to do it at 9:30.
Yeah.
9 o'clock.
I think that's late as well.
I think what are they saying in New Orleans? Like, they just got.
So as of June 1st, 2022, The New Orleans Police Department has resumed enforcing a curfew for juveniles ages 17 and under during the summer months. Throughout August 31st, 2022, curfew hours for unsupervised juveniles ages 17 and under will be enforced between 9 p.m. and 6 a.m. Sunday through Thursday, and from 11 p.m. to 6 a.m. Friday and Saturday. These hours will take effect citywide except the French Quarters, which has a year-round curfew for juveniles from 8 p.m. to 6 a.m. Upon locating juveniles found to be unsupervised, the police officers will attempt to locate their parents or guardians or take them into custody. If the parent or guardian cannot be located, juvenile will be brought to a curfew center until they can be reunited with their parents or guardians.
A curfew center.
Yeah.
So, what was the times again for the 13-year-olds? Sorry, I was looking at the monitor again.
9 to 6. 9 to 6 on Sunday through Thursday, and 11 to 6 on Friday and Saturday.
Wait a minute, 9
p.m. to
9
6
p.m.
a.m.
There's a curfew. Okay.
Yes.
For a 13-year-old.
Yes.
In the city of New Orleans.
Yes.
Except for the French Quarters.
Right.
Which is
8 p.m.
8 p.m.
Yes.
I still think, Jesus Christ, I still think 9 and for a 13-year-old, I think 9 o'clock is still too late.
It's a bit late. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Guys, how you feel about a juvenile center, a curfew center?
AKA jail. It's a curfew center.
A curfew center. Like, I got to pick up Jamal. We at curfew center. Like, it's just, I do believe that. And then we'll move on. And guys, like and share the show. We appreciate it. I do agree upon a curfew on all levels of government in this country. Mm-hmm. Because these kids, there's a small percentage of these these teenagers that are buck wild. They got videos out where a bunch of 13-year-olds are all holding guns and ready to rob. A bunch of young teenagers are ready to rob someone, and they're glorifying guns and robbing and killing. There are a small fraction of teenagers who are lethal to this society, and they have no feelings, period, and they will kill you.
Right.
And then on the flip side of that, I believe, before we move on, Miss Miko, God bless you, good to see you, that there are, and put a number 1 in the chat room, if there are some parents that just simply have given up. And I mean giving up as far as discipline, as far as even they might love their children, but they just let their children just run and do whatever they want to. Mm-hmm. Put a number 1 in the chat room if you know some parents that have these badass kids that just get like these kids are just really young adults right now, and they're doing whatever they want to do. I would strongly suggest that you don't give up on these kids. But do you know someone or anyone, any parent that said, you know what, he or she, my child, come and go as they please whenever they want? And a lot of that has to do with, of course, it all has to do with the parent.
Right, trying to be the kid's friend and not being a parent. Trying to be the kid's peer.
And also the way the parent lives.
Right. I agree.
It's indicative to the way the child is going to live as well. Mm-hmm. So if you're a parent and you have no structure in your life, any kind of structure, you don't have to be a perfect person, but if you have some structure in your life as an example, then your kid has a better chance. And then, of course, you implement your experience, strength, and hope and knowledge to the child. We all know about parenting, but if you are a parent that just doesn't have, that lack the social skills and the discipline yourself,
speak on it.
You know damn well Jamal and all of them gonna be out running out in these streets.
Wildin'.
So yes, I believe that curfew should be a law in this country. Personally.
I don't know about a law.
I think it should be a law. And of course you have those special circumstances for children who are achieving and have a schedule, because they have late events, of course, and they with their parents, and basketball games and football games, volleyball games, or study groups, whatever they're doing, yes, and it passes the curfew, and with their parents, they should, that should be extended because they're doing something productive.
Right.
But I say this, and see what they're saying in the chat room for me.
Oh, they're saying a lot.
I say this. Some of us adults need curfews.
Why you say that?
Because we do. Some of us is running around here reckless as well. But our adult curfew is jail other than that curfew center for the children. I say this. Welcome to the show, everybody. We appreciate you. I'm for the curfew center. Whether if your child is respecting your boundaries and your wishes as a parent at home, and God bless you guys who that are in those situations with your children. Like my mother say, thank God for Jesus, because it could be worse, because we do all know parents that have horrible and horrific children. So if we have our beloved children at home and they're doing the right thing by you and by society, boy, I swear you need to drop to your knees and thank your God. Thank your God. And for the others, yes, curfew.
Nicole Harris says so many kids are coming up missing. So that's another side of the spectrum with the curfew, because kids are disappearing as well, just being out in them streets.
Miss Migo, those streets will swallow you up.
They will.
And they're snatching. Right, good, perfect point. Like, your kids, there's a lot of, right? Nicole Harris, God bless you. I'll be in Brooklyn, by the way. All your Brooklyn folks, I'll be in Brooklyn next Friday. Telling these jokes. I'm in Newark Friday, Brooklyn Friday, and Jersey Saturday. I'm all over the place. Anyway, you're absolutely right telling these jokes. And Father's Day, don't forget a hamburger in the building. Mm-hmm. Kids that run these streets, they wind up missing, and that's horrific. And some of these kids, they wind up in other parts of states, and unfortunately, they dead. And there's a lot going on with them. There's a lot going on in this society. So, yes, that'd be another reason why to enforce this. I'll say enforce a national curfew on kids. What else are they saying before we move on?
LaShawn Haynes-Jones says she had 3 curfews as a team: 6 p.m. for dinner, 9 p.m. weekdays, and 11 p.m. on weekends.
Say that one more time.
LaShawn Haynes-Jones, she had 3 curfews.
Okay.
6 p.m. for dinner.
6 p.m. for dinner.
And she could eat and go back outside. 9 p.m. during the weekdays, and 11 p.m. on the weekends.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting. Mm-hmm. But that goes back to the structure that we talk about. Well, I just talked about a few minutes ago, parroting and structuring in our lives as adults. Mm-hmm. Because she's able to, LaShawn Haynes-Jones, God bless you. She's able to have these curfews for her beloved children because of the way she lives. Mm-hmm. Because she has disciplined herself in her life. Right. So she can sit there and demand this from these children because it's the way that she's living. Right. Because you can't implement a curfew on a child and you're all over the place. and mom can't, the kids can't find you because you're doing whatever you need to do for yourself. Clubs or whatever you're doing, work, whatever you're doing. So shout out to LaShawn Haynes-Jones because she has discipline in her life to imply these disciplines to her children. Yeah. 6 o'clock for dinner. Boy, that's old school. Do we make dinner at 6 o'clock anymore?
I make reservations.
9 o'clock. She said 9 o'clock on the weekday?
Weekdays, 11 on the weekends.
And 11 on weekends. Yeah. Let me clap for that.
Shout out to her. I've never had any curfews for my daughter, Shawn. Now, I'm thinking back about it, and I think it's because, like, she was an athlete, so we were always together going to different events or whatever. But then it was hard because when she left for college, she hung out in college. So when the pandemic happened and she was home for that year, it drove me crazy because I'm like, you can't be walking in my house at 1 o'clock in the morning. She's like, Ma, I'm not here during the year. So I think that with that, I dropped the ball because she has, like, no sense of time. She will get up and just walk out the house at, like, 11 o'clock. Be like, I'll be back.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's weird. She's never had a curfew. And when she went away to college and she came home, I was like, we're not going to do this. I'm locking up my door. This
is your daughter that works with you at the Indigo?
Mm-hmm.
God bless this young lady. Beautiful young lady. But wait a minute. Hold on. Wait. How old is she, if you don't mind me asking?
Now she's 23 now.
Well,
now she's 23. Okay. But, I mean, in college, she was from 17 to 21, 22. When the pandemic happened, she would just be like, she would be in the house chilling, and like 11:30, she'd be like, oh, yeah, I'll be back. I'm going to Wawa. No, the hell you ain't. Nothing happens at 11:30 at night that's good. And she's like, well, when I was on campus, I would go to Wawa at 2 in the morning.
And
it drove me crazy.
So, right, and then she would go to Wawa. Right, so
it drove me crazy. I was like,
Clinton White, what's up, brother? Clinton,
hey,
I'm gonna reach out to you at the end of the show. Cal Stewart, you know we're gonna shout out the room today. We're gonna show y'all some love. Vanetta George, the ambassador, God bless.
Absolutely. Hey,
right. See, at a certain age, I had a curfew, like I said, I did. Mm-hmm. And then at a certain age, when I started smoking the weed, the curfew was done.
Shawn said, "I'm outside.
I'm outside. I'm high. I'm outside. I can't be high and have a curfew at the same time. That just doesn't work." Shout out to my mother. God bless. Yeah, that's a weird situation to be in because God bless you and your family that you didn't have to go through these situations. That's why I said you thank God for Jesus for these kids. If your kids grew up and they did right by you and right by themselves and right by society and they didn't get in any trouble, you are truly blessed. To make on all the rest of the folks in the chat room, including myself, that have children that are productive and that never got into any trouble. But yeah, I believe you don't have a leg to stand on as a parent when it comes down to your daughter at the age of 17 or 19 or, you know, even let's say 19 to 20, and they say, listen, I'm going to run to Wawa. It's hard, especially throughout their whole lives. They've done everything by what you said right. Mm-hmm. They did everything, all suggestions they took. Mm-hmm. So as a parent, you can't be sitting there like, now you can't go to Wawa at 11 o'clock because please. And then especially she's off campus and she's going out at 11 o'clock anyway.
Right.
I say curfew. What else they saying before we move on? Because we got to move on because Jesus Christ, the system.
This is the whole system.
Oh, wait, Danielle, hold on. I know what it is. It's that mic. I know what it is. I'm gonna fix that. Okay. Danielle, say. Oh, wait. Let me see. Oh. Wait, Danielle, hold on. That's your mic. Turn it. Take the mic down for a second. Hold on a second. Hold on. It's got to work now. Danielle, say something real quick.
Good morning.
Okay. Hold on. Because we still got to fix things in here. Go ahead, Danielle. Excuse us. We still.
Good morning.
Good morning. God bless everybody. Danielle's on the phone.
I just want to say thank y'all for, you guys just putting today and, we see all.
Whoa. Start over again. Start over. Wait, Danielle, hold on. Start over again. Go ahead, because we didn't hear you.
Good morning. I want to say good morning first. Secondly, I want to say I applaud you guys for, holding the show down and us seeing you behind the scenes really show that you guys put a lot of dedication in. So thank you guys for that. We appreciate it.
Gotcha.
And,
thank you, Danielle.
She's going in and out. I don't know where she's.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I don't know where you at in your room or something, but you keep going in and out. We heard everything you said and then you went out.
I don't know why that's happening. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Just stand right there. Wherever you're doing, just don't move. Just stand right there.
Yeah, curfew I think is very important, especially for children.
See,
what's going on in the world?
Go ahead.
I'm going out.
Yeah, go ahead. Continue on.
Okay. I just wanted to say there's so much going on in the world today that I think that kids definitely do need a curfew. Growing up, curfew was in my household, and it creates structure too. And it also creates, if your parents care, wanting to know where you're at, who you're with, your whereabouts, that nature. And this is before, all the cell phones and things like that. And your parents what was going on. And I think that the parents need to get back to them, the parent first. I think the parents need to stop wanting to be friends with their kids and in the background when it comes to, having the kid give them their whereabouts and, they're okay and they'll be all right. It's just too much going on these days. I feel like parents need to know where their child is and what they're doing so that you don't have to be wondering for your child missing somewhere or to wondering if they're child is going to get out of jail or juvenile detention because they did something with a group of kids that they weren't supposed to.
Hold on, Danielle. Hold on a second. She's still going in now, but I got what she's saying. She's the same thing that you're saying, Miss Miko. It is very important. You can't be friends with these kids.
No, you can't.
You can't. It's not your buddy.
Nope.
This is not your homegirl.
And that's one thing, Shawn, is that I love my mother. She is my mother. She is not my friend. I love my father. He was my father. I'm not their friend. I have friends and I have parents. Two different things. And they made it perfectly clear to me that that's what the relationship was.
Right. And with the structure and the discipline, I agree with you 100% with this. And you know what? I agree as well. Yes, I think that this should be like a law throughout the country, like to have a curfew. But Daniel, let me ask you a question. What do you think of, because I asked this question in the chat room. Tamiko's over here tripping over a fly.
I'm sorry.
It's
like 3 of them.
all right, so it's 3 of them. You're going to be fine. They're not going to bother you. I'll clean up after the show. She's over there looking at the fly. You never saw a fly. You grew up in Brooklyn. You have roaches in your house.
No, I did not.
You have roaches, and you grew up in Brooklyn. I grew up in the Bronx. We had roaches. She worried about 2 flies, but she grew up with roaches. We all did. You never grew up with a roach. You never had a roach in your house.
My grandmother had a couple, but we ain't had none.
You never had a roach in your house?
Some. We ain't had none.
Knock it off. She over there tripping. There's a fly on the wall. She's turning around. Look at her, Daniel. We're having a great discussion, and she's sitting over there. I see the back of her neck. She's worrying about this fly that's minding his business.
I'm sorry, I distracted y'all.
That fly will get on your nerves.
I know it will, but she tripping like she tripping like she never saw a fly or a roach.
Oh my God!
Yeah, but see, roaches come out and they are rude. They disrespectful, and they go crawl back where they're going. They
Some
just
are flies.
Roaches
I don't want no flies.
Flies are annoying. It's 2 different kinds of bugs.
No doubt. Danielle, I asked this question a few moments ago. And I want you to share your experience. Have you ever, in your adult life, met parents or a parent who just gave up on the child? And the child is just running the street.
And you know what? And let me tell you what happens with that, because I don't have children. They always be like, can you just talk to them? What can I do that you can't do? Right. Now, granted, sometimes the kids will listen, but that's your child. Like, what do you expect me to do? And you know what? Sometimes these are the same people, Shawn, who told me, because I don't have kids, well, you can have a kid. It doesn't matter who the father is. If you want a child, you can have a child. Those are the same ones that they edges of sin because they child or children are just disrespectful and running amok in the household. And then I'm looking at them like, yeah, see, now you're tired. Now you're at the age where you're tired, you know. You don't have that same energy that you had with the first child, that you have with the second, and you letting them run amok. They in all types of trouble. They assaulting people. One of my friends, their child had assaulted a cashier in 7-Eleven. Like, I mean, and literally as like a 13, 14-year-old. And I'm like, why? I had one friend whose son vandalized the property, stole out the mall. What? I said, okay, so y'all just want to be friends with your kids. So you're still rewarding them for bad behavior. And I think that's the problem too. You need to stop rewarding kids for bad behavior and start with punishments again. There's no punishments. There's no repercussions for things that they do. My mother whooped my ass. Okay. Right. And if I didn't get an ass whooping, I was on punishment. And sometimes I knew I was getting a punishment because my curfew was 5 minutes away and I was halfway across town. You know what I did? I took the quarter, I called, I said, Ma, I know I'm gonna be late. You're gonna be on punishment. You're right. And guess what? And I came home at 3 a.m. Why? Because the punishment was the same as if I came home 5 minutes late. I'm gonna risk it to get the biscuit. Okay? I'm gonna risk it.
Right.
I'm risk it to get the biscuit. Steaking, house parties. I knew I was gonna be in trouble. I knew I was gonna be on punishment. But I know I had good memories.
Let me go here.
Two different times in life, but it still applies. I got in trouble. I was held accountable, and I didn't go out for the next 2-3 weeks though.
Right.
But you have parents now that are like, oh, well, you know what? Go ahead, because they don't want to be bothered with their child. Sometimes in the house, okay, go ahead. I'll see you later, or go ahead, you go to your friend's house and let their parents deal with them. So,
Yeah. So it's safe to say that you're for a curfew.
huh?
It's safe to say that you're for a curfew.
I'm for curfews.
Let's go.
I'm for curfews. And curfews for appropriate ages. Curfew for appropriate ages. I don't think at 13 you should be out at 9:30 unless you are going somewhere with other people and an adult.
Right,
what are
unless
you
you're
doing
supervised.
outside? What do you have to do? What are you doing outside? What's outside to do? It's not a working age. You're not going to work. What are you doing? And I feel like those should be held for like weekends anyway. You're going to the movies, you're going to the mall, you're going with a chaperone. Like, what happened to that structure? No, they let them run them up. And like a old friend of mine's son got picked up by security stealing with his friends. I mean, no structure. No structure.
All right. Well, thank you, and God bless.
Thank you for calling, Danielle.
All right, cool.
Bye, Danielle.
See? Are they saying anything else in the chat room before we move on? Throwback Thursday. We just talking. Just these.
Yeah, everyone's agreeing with Danielle's sentiments.
Okay.
Yeah, they said kids listen to another adult before they listen to their own parents for some strange reason.
Yeah, that's always baffled me. Yeah, everybody. Miko is tripping in here.
Yo.
All right, did you kill the fly?
Yes.
What do y'all see her on the monitor? You look like when Harvey used to smoke that crack in the 80s. Are you all right?
Yeah.
You look like the prom fiend
I'm
from
sorry.
New Jack City.
It just kept moving.
It's okay. You grew up around these things.
Okay.
You okay?
I'm back. I'm good. Look, shoulders down. I'm good.
What else they say in the chat room? You hold on, wait a minute. And you gonna sit there and tell me with a straight face that you didn't have not one roach in
My
your
grandmother
house?
had all the roaches.
In your house?
No, my grandmother.
So in your house?
In my house.
That you go? Where did you go up? Where was this building?
Flatbush.
In Flatbush. Where is
on
this?
Martin Street, 117 Martin Street.
Martin Street?
Martins, Martnsc.
And you gonna tell me on that block?
Roaches. No. Not in my house.
In that building?
I didn't live in a building.
In that house?
Yep.
Not one roach?
Not one roach.
But your grandmother had roaches?
St. John's had all the roaches. They was disrespectful.
Put a number one chat room if you grew up with the roaches. Give me a number.
Grandma
Give me
all the roaches.
Give me two.
Roach City.
Give me two roaches. Give me two roaches. Good. Put a number one chat room if you grew up with roaches like me.
Yes.
Tamiko didn't grow up with any roaches. He said the grandmother had them.
Yeah, we would go over there.
So,
and my mother used to make us take off our clothes when we come from grandma's house. Like, y'all can't come in here with them clothes. We used to have to take off our clothes.
Are you serious?
To
Shout out to Miss Faye.
Grandma had all the roaches.
Put a number one. She said when she came back from grandma's house, they had to take off their clothes.
You coming in with that?
Put a number one in the chat room if you grew up with roaches like Harvey did, because we was on Innerville, 163rd in the Bronx.
Look at this
Roaches,
princess that his ex lived up the block from me. Who was your ex, princess? I probably knew her.
He might not want to give that information.
Okay. Inbox me.
Princess, have you grew up with roaches? I did. Miss Miko, put a number one in the chat room. We grew up with roaches. Put a number one, two if you don't. I believe you, Miss Miko, but this is very hard to believe. So you lived in a single family house growing up. Mm-hmm. Okay, so maybe that might decrease the chances of the roach. Maybe. Shout out to Miss Fan How. Mm-hmm. So I'm the only one that grew up with roaches in it?
Yep, Lynette Serrano said no roaches.
What? Mm-hmm. I'm the only one. Mm-hmm. Put a number one in the chat room if you grew up with roaches, and put a number two if you didn't. No roaches.
Shamika.
Put a number one if you grew up with the roaches. Put a number two if you didn't.
Wow.
Before we move on, I'm the only one that.
No.
Who else?
Lakeisha Berglund, Shamika Love, Randy Montgomery.
Thank you.
The Shawn Hayes Show.
Thank you. Oh my God, I feel better.
Tricky Lewis.
Thank you. Thank you.
Gia Love said nope, no roaches.
Who
That's
said
Gia,
this?
Gia Love.
I don't believe you.
John Greer said no roaches.
I could kind of believe John. John's 1 foot away, 1 foot out of the African American community anyway.
Oh my gosh, I know Princess people. Get out.
Put a number one chat room if you grew up with roaches. It's hard for me to believe it's just you and somebody else. The percentages have got to
like
be at least
99.9%.
99.9%. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, I'm not projecting any kind of judgmental, situation. I'm just saying in the Bronx, in the hood, NFL 163rd, that's where we had them.
Lee Scott
I took my roaches to my sister's house. Roaches used to travel with us.
Tricky said the neighbors was nasty.
True.
So did Randy Montgomery. She said, I grew up in Forest Hills in a house. My home was always clean, but the neighbors were
Yeah,
nasty.
then that happened when the last time I lived in the Bronx.
Yeah.
I lived on Innervale. In 160 Innervale, and no, I lived on East Tremont and Morris Park by the number 2 train. All right, I'm gonna clean all this up. She's an aunt now. Okay, you gotta be fun. And as long as you don't see a roach. And we lived in, it was a typical tenement building. 3,000 people lived in the building. And it was right on East Tremont, Miss Miko, a gas station across the street. The building was right in front of a bus stop.
Oh.
The front door of my building was the bus stop.
Y'all had everything.
3 bodegas.
Everything.
3 bodegas is right in eyesight of each other. Chinese restaurant, laundromat, 2 Latino churches, auto shop, the weeds, all this in 50 feet of each other. So laundromat, everything was McDonald's down the block. And up the road was Parkchester. I don't know if they were like condominium, like high end urban condominiums. They were in Parkchester. If you're from the Bronx, you know what I'm talking about. And the next door neighbor, we lived on the top floor too, boy. And the next door neighbor, boy, it was like a roach farm.
Oh gosh.
And there was times where we literally saw me, and at that time I was with my 3rd baby mother. You can literally see the roaches come into our crib.
In broad daylight.
Yeah, you could see like say because we lived on the top floor. So like say we was walking up, say you was going to the crib. You go to the crib, you hit the top floor, you see a roach come from her apartment into yours.
Can I get a ride?
Yeah, and then we moved out of there. So I grew up with them all my life. Now, I don't know how we got into the roaches, but because she's talking about these bugs in here. I'm glad that I'm not the only one in the chat room. Now, what else they say in the chat room before we move on? And then we're going to do a quick story, and then we're going to do a blast from the past. We're going to shout out the room because we're going to get out of here at 9 o'clock. Excuse us, guys, for the early show. I mean, we started 46 minutes late with technical difficulties, and we apologize for that. But we're here, and we're happy to be here. What else is saying?
Lee Scott said kindergarten and 5th grade, roaches. Okay, Lee.
But wait. Excuse me, I had an ADHD moment. Hey, Lee, I'm coming down to Texas. I want to see if some of y'all want to come with me down in the chat room. If y'all want to hang out with your boy Harvey, we'll be in Dallas, Texas. It's going to be for Thanksgiving week, but not Thanksgiving, not Thanksgiving Eve and Thanksgiving.
Like that Sunday, Monday, Tuesday
like that,
situation?
No, like that Friday, Saturday,
the day after
the day after Thanksgiving. What's that? Black Friday.
Black Friday.
Right. That I don't think they said. Do they even say that anymore?
Yeah, they do.
Lee, guys, if y'all want to come with me, I have to fly out next week. We're gonna go. We're gonna party heavy. But the thing is, the event is from, and my question with back to Lee was, Lee, I think Lee grew up in Kentucky. Lee, did you grow up in, my beloved nephew, did you grow up in Kentucky? And if you did they have roaches in Kentucky? Do they have roaches in Kentucky?
I don't know.
Lee, where did you
They
grow
don't
up
have
from?
roaches in Pennsylvania?
unless we brought them from New York.
Unless they come to you. I've
And
never
then what
seen the
happens
roaches.
is, right, you know what happens? Some of us bring the roaches from the New York, New Jersey area, but the spiders and all the insects out here eat roaches.
Oh.
So roaches have a predator. There's other animals and insects out here that love eating roaches. So the roach can't survive out here.
Yeah, I've never seen one in Pennsylvania before.
So what we're doing in Dallas, Texas, Lee's in the Dallas, right? Dallas, Fort Worth, you're in Texas, you're in that area, right?
Lee, where you from?
So
Put it
we're
in
gonna
the
go
chat.
down there. The event is from Wednesday to Sunday. But that's like Thanksgiving Eve, Thanksgiving. I don't know if a lot of people want to travel on, like some people will, of course. But I'm gonna go down there Friday morning. Friday morning we'll have the comedy show. I think Friday night. Friday morning to Sunday. We're gonna be in Dallas, Texas. Leah, you put a number one chat room if you're in Dallas, Texas, because if you are, we're gonna be down there the day after Thanksgiving until that Sunday. Chat room members, I will give you the information. You'll come on down there. It'll be really nice, and we all huddle up, and we're gonna party heavy. Chris Love, all the DJs, Talent, myself. We're gonna do comedy. Last year they had about 200-300 people there. They all came from the New York, New Jersey area, invaded Dallas, and then they go to the football game. But the problem is the football game is on Thanksgiving Day.
Right.
So that's, I don't know if you want to go for that, but we come in the next day, and we're gonna party from Friday to Sunday. So I'll have information for you on that. Okay, let's move on to a story real quick, and then you know what? We're gonna take a blast from the past, and we're gonna shout out the room, and we're gonna show them some love.
Yeah,
we're gonna do that because we stopped shouting out the room, but we're gonna do it this time. So do we need to take a break real quick, or you got a story?
I'm ready.
All right, go ahead.
So
We'll put a
let's
pause
talk
on that.
about, you put a pause on. I'm ready. Except for you, Mike. Now, buying gas at Costco in New Jersey requires a membership now. Did you guys know that? The average price of gas climbed over $5 a gallon, and many New Jersey drivers found relief in lower prices at the wholesale retailers. But that can all change. Signs posted at 3 Costco's in Brick, Marlboro, and North Brunswick have the message that the store membership will be required to purchase gas starting July the 5th. For decades, Costco, a members-only warehouse store, had allowed only anyone from the public to buy their gas, the same as the Costco member prices. However, the policy has changed due to long lines and an increase in gas prices. Not to mention, paid Costco members have been complaining about waiting 45 minutes at the pump to pump gas with people who have not paid their dues.
That story?
Yeah, it's the story.
All right. First of all, shout out to all you African Americans and Latinos that love that Costco's.
What's wrong with Costco?
You're getting 16 pounds of mayonnaise for a refrigerator that can only hold 1 pound of mayonnaise. God bless you. You're running around there and you're picking up 500 yards of aluminum foil when you only need 500 feet when you only need 75 feet of it.
Yeah.
Boy, you love buying things in bulk.
Oh, wait, Beanie Green said that's not true.
Whoa.
Beanie, you work at Costco?
Wait a minute. Where you get the story from?
I got him on the news.
Where? What site?
1051 New Jersey.
Wait, well, that's a reputable site.
Yeah.
Beanie, why would you say that that's wrong? Lee, wait a minute. Lee, hold on. Lee grew up in Huntington, West Virginia. That's right. I do remember that. Huntington, West Virginia. I do remember that. Then he moved to Louisville, Kentucky. That's right. He did say that. I know he would live in Louisville, Kentucky. Right? And then he made his way to Texas. Right? And then you live, right. So you live in the Dallas area. So we good. But Lee, so in Huntington, West Virginia, they have roaches? He said he grew up with roaches, right?
Yeah. He said from kindergarten through the 5th grade.
So the question, all right, so in Huntington, West Virginia, were there roaches there? Let me call Chris Love. Put a number one black folks and my white folks if you run the Costco's like a madman.
I go to BJ's like that.
Let's put a pause on BJ's.
Put
Do
a
you
pause on
really
BJ's.
do you really run the BJ's?
I do.
Okay.
All the time.
Yeah, of course. I want you to run the BJ's. Shout out the back. I do want you to run the BJ's all the time, no doubt. You better be running the BJ's with your membership card.
With my membership.
That's right. You don't want nobody else running up in the BJ's. Black folks, put a number one chat room if you run around there and you run at Costco's. And you think that you better than because you got your gas card that's gonna save you 4 cents off your gas. After you finish,
4 cents is 4 cents at this point.
After you finish buying 300 pounds of coleslaw.
That's gonna go bad in the refrigerator anyway. It's gonna sit there and go bad.
And then you're annoyed because what's the membership at these BJ's and Costco's per year? What's the average?
Well, I wait till it's on Groupon. I get it for $25.
So for an extra $25, you get the savings.
Yeah.
All right, so you pay the $25 for your Costco card.
Yep, and you save your $4.
What are you saving?
Your 4 cents.
You're giving them $25 for them. Yo, you Costco lovers, you BJ lovers. I got one standing here right next to me, sitting right next to me. You're giving these guys $25 for nothing.
No, I go there all the time, and they take coupons.
Oh my goodness.
And they
They can give you that without the $25 fee. But they put the $20 fee so you can get the discount. So if you don't buy the $25 fee, it's regular price.
Regular price.
And what's the regular price? So you went from $3.99 to $4.29.
Pretty much.
You say yourself 10 cents.
Pretty much.
So you say yourself 10 cents, but you gave them $25. That's another issue.
Pretty much.
And then you get pissed off that you got to wait at the gas line. What do you think's going to happen? And why did Beanie Green yell out, "No, it's not"?
Because she works at Costco.
Oh.
She worked, but this is only in 3 New Jersey towns.
Oh,
It's
wait
not
a
all the
minute. Well,
stores.
if she works there, then this is we have to side with her. What Costco's? Because she's living that life. And how the hell are you working at Costco's and you listen to this show at the same time?
Beanie, we got questions, Beanie.
Now that's a skill. That's a skill set. But black folks, Latinos, and some of my Babylonian friends, y'all love running. I don't go to BJ's and Costco's. You walk in there, you feel like you're in a Terradome. You got freaking these big ass forklifts running around. It's always cold in there. There's no personality to the store. I feel like I'm in Home Depot. And then you're running around there, and you swear you done saved you $100, and you went out there and you done spent $400.
All the free samples. Don't forget the free samples.
Yeah, all the free samples they put out for you because they know they're gonna take your money. And you walk out there with 14 pounds of freaking bologna. For what? Big bread. The parking lot packed. I be driving by there looking at y'all crazy people like y'all out of your mind. How long you been a BJ? Don't worry about that fly. How long you been? Look at her. She's out of her mind. How long? Watch that neck.
It disappeared.
Geez. Boy, if you would be a great pre-apprentice for a crack chick. Because the neck is moving. Your neck game, you got the crack neck move going over there.
Sean, I swear to God, I slammed the fly.
They're looking at you.
And the fly disappeared.
No, they're looking.
Okay, guys. I'm sorry,
at
guys.
you. They're looking at you with the crack neck.
I'm sorry. I got another good story I want
Are
to share
you
too.
okay? Hold on before we get there. So when you run the BJ's in the morning, pause. You happy as hell to run to these places?
Every morning.
And you run there, you pick a big mayonnaise, and you okay?
Yep.
And you run through those aisles, and it's cold.
Run through all the aisles, get right. Yeah.
And you pick up all your packages, and and your big aluminum foil.
Yep.
And the big giant 5 pounds of peppermints.
Not that.
What is naturally wrong with you?
I get the cheese. I get the big thing of cheese. The Kraft singles.
You can cash app the show if you want, guys. S. Harvey Morning Show. That immediately funds the show. We're having a good time, If you want any donations, cash app the show. That's S. Harvey Morning Show. Put a number one in the chat room if you like Miss Miko Tamiko and running your ass in a Saturday morning to a packed BJ's.
No, never Saturday. Always during the week. I told you I do my movements in the morning, 10 to 3. I don't do anything on the weekends.
Put a number one in the chat room if you're in there in the middle of the day or the weekend and you running and you're busting your ass getting to these BJ's and these Costco's. What is wrong with you?
Absolutely.
What's on sale in Costco's right now? If you look real quick, if you don't mind.
Beanie, what's on sale on Costco
Oh yeah, yeah,
right
yeah,
now,
right. That's
Beanie?
right, Beanie.
What y'all
I'm
got
sorry,
going on
I'm
right
sorry,
now?
Miss Migo. Beanie, what's on sale right now? And then you get pissed off because you got to wait 45 minutes because you gave them an extra $25 because you playing yourself because now you think that you're not that your Costco card is not immune to the others that need gas in these trucks and in these cars. You could take your Costco card and your BJ card and kiss my natural black ass. Pause. Those cards mean nothing.
Here we go, guys.
And Costco's, you got the nerve enough to say, hey, because you got to yield to the pressure of the Almighty. You can't come over here if you ain't got a card. People could barely buy gas. You think they're going to spend $25 to get a card to get gas? That's $25 they can put in the gas tank.
Princess said he never had his own card. He shared those like Netflix and Hulu passwords. Princess, you a fool. Princess.
Right. Like, this, right. That's hilarious. Like, what's wrong with you black people? Take a page from Princess Cox, no pause, Black Heart, first chat room member of the week, the one who put that heart in there is the Stanley Earl, Mr. Robinson. Take your other homegirl's car. You ain't giving that one up. You give up that next with plasma, but not this. So how would you feel if someone came to you, Miss Miko, and said, do they sell gas at BJ's? Just say if they did. Just say they did. And they said, Miss Miko, I'm going to go get me a $30 membership so I can get me some gas that's going to save me 3 cents. Would you advocate for that?
Yeah.
That's interesting because I would say no.
Why would you say no, Shawn?
Because for the $25, you could take the $25 and put another $25 in it. It's $50. You can get gas.
You get your gas and you get a
Why
big
would
tub
I
of
give
mayonnaise.
them? Why would I give Costco's? What's wrong with your life if you go into Costco's other than Beanie Green? I want y'all to go in there because if they go in there and buy products, it keeps Beanie Green working. So
That's what she said. She said that's how we get paid.
That's
with
how
the
you get paid.
membership.
So I want to see right. That's how they get paid.
That's what she said.
Listen, if you getting if it's a and before we move on, if it's a commercial kind of if it's a commission kind of racket for the employees that work there, like just the independent contractor, and if you sign up and you get that card and they give you $10 of that, I'll be the first one out there slinging those cards. But if you are buying a Costco card or BJ card for extra $25 to save you 2 cents in gas, there's something naturally wrong with the left side of your mind.
Oh my gosh, Shawn, ain't nothing wrong.
And knock it off going to these BJs and Costco's all the time. The world, and even if you purchasing all these big items, big bulk items, because the world's coming to the end, the world's still gonna come to the end with your big 500 feet aluminum foil in the house looking crazy. That aluminum foil is not gonna protect you.
That foil be lasting like 2 years.
And if I go into Miss Migo, if I came to your house, am I gonna see bulk items like?
No, it's in the pantry. You're not going to see it, but we do have them.
Because that's weird too. When you go to somebody's house, a lot of bulk items along the floor somewhere. I don't
like that.
I don't like you. I don't.
We do have a lot of bulk items. We put them up. Though.
You got bulk items in. I don't. Shawn Harvey Morning Show, Miss Miko. God bless. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, y'all. It's Beanie. I wanted to clear something up real
Good
quick.
morning, Beanie.
First of all, Princess and everybody who shares cars, if you came to my warehouse, I would stop you. That's the first part. Because technically the card says non-transferable. So you can't share memberships. Just like if you go to Planet Fitness, I can't use yours, right?
My
That's the
cousin
first
using
thing.
mine.
Go ahead, Beanie.
Secondly, yes, by people renewing their memberships, that is how we get paid because our memberships is $60 for the regular membership and $120 for the executive, and most of our members are executive members. That gives them money back. Thirdly,
she don't even believe what she's saying.
That's why.
Go ahead.
Running to the time clock, sorry.
Go ahead.
Thirdly, you never was able to just pull up to the gas station without being a member. So sometimes we'll give a courtesy for people who are at the gas station. but technically you have to be a member to utilize any of our anything. So except if you shop online. So that's that.
Well, first of all, before I say anything, if you don't mind, Beanie.
Go ahead.
With that voice of yours, could you say good morning, Mr. Robinson, if you don't mind? Could you just say this, please, if you don't mind? Say good morning, very, go ahead. Everybody quiet.
He plays so right.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Good morning, Mr. Robinson.
Oh, my God.
Ow.
One more thing before I say anything.
Okay, go ahead.
Could you tell Prentice to turn off the lights and take his shirt off? Go ahead.
You want me to say all of that?
Yeah, I want you to say all of it. I want you to say it right now. Hold on. Let me get myself together. You tell Prentice to turn the lights off, take off his shirt, and open up that mouth. Go ahead.
Oh.
I'm not saying all of that.
Okay, all right. Just take off the shirt. And turn
Sure
the
said I
lights off.
tried.
I tried.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, I was what am I? Oh, it's a Princess. Okay. Princess.
Look in his eyes first. Look in his eyes. Look in his eyes.
Okay.
Look in his eyes.
You play too much.
Uh,
I can't stop laughing. Okay, wait.
Look in his eyes. Look in his eyes. Go ahead.
Princess. Take your shirt off, baby, and turn the lights on.
Oh, my God.
Prentice, you heard what she said?
See, he didn't hear you. Say it one more time. He didn't
No.
hear you. Say it one more time, Vinny. He didn't hear you. Go ahead and say it.
All right. I gotta go.
Say it. Say it now. I don't give a damn about that executive card. Say it right now.
Princess, take your shirt off, baby, and turn the lights off.
Oh, my God.
Princess said boing. Princess.
Now.
Princess.
God bless you, Beanie. God bless you.
Y'all have a good day. I gotta
Whoa, wait a minute.
Bye,
So wait a minute. They robbing everybody for $120 now.
That's crazy.
They're not really right because what happens is with the $120 membership,
What'd you
you
get?
get 2% back off of everything you spend in the warehouse and online. So basically, most of our executive members, they in here like 3 or 4 times a week, spending $250 and better. So basically, they're getting a free membership every year.
Exactly. She's proving my point. You don't even have to listen. Shout out to the folks that are the membership. Somebody getting some commission. Somebody getting some heavy money.
We don't get commission.
They should give you guys commission for this.
We don't get commission. What we do is we also get the executive membership. Therefore, we get our 2% back because basically we recycle our checks here. Because I buy everything from Costco, like everything.
Well, you have to. You work there.
No, not that, but it has good stuff.
Nah, you caught it. No. If
She done drank the Costco Kool-Aid.
No, yeah. Because if they toss you out of there, you'd be like F Costco. Let's not go.
I wouldn't though, because first of all, I have stock in Costco. But
yeah, she's
I would never say F them. However, I first was introduced to wholesale at BJ's. But when I came to Costco, I've never been back inside of a BJ. So
wow. So
I came to Costco before I started working at Costco.
And you see how she shared about warehouse. Let's say when I go shopping for my food, I don't want to be in a warehouse with forklifts and all this stupid. I don't want forklifts by. I don't want forklifts by the meat section.
By your strawberries.
Right. I don't want that. I don't want to hear Beanie. What outfit? What do you guys wear? Like jumpers? Like what do you wear?
No, we can wear whatever we want except leggings and little shorts and skirts. But we can wear whatever we want.
Is this Costco's located in New York, New Jersey, or Pennsylvania?
Well, I formerly was working in the one in Manhattan. Then I went to Allentown, Pennsylvania, but I just moved from there. Now I'm in Maryland.
Oh, so she done transferred her jobs down there.
Because we can transfer and we keep our pay.
Okay, shout out to job mobility with Costco.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
And let's clap for Beanie. She loves working at
Beanie.
Costco. All right.
I kind of do. Yeah, I kind of do.
Okay, there's nothing wrong with that. So $120 for the executive and $60 for the broke neighbors.
Regular. Yeah.
The broke neighbors got to get this.
For the people that share their memberships, no.
And why you got a problem? And we gotta let you go. We gotta go. We gotta go to the next story. We're gonna get out of here. Well, why you got a problem with people sharing they cars?
Because if you share a membership, that prevents someone else from purchasing one, which means now you're hindering me from getting paid when I get paid.
What does that got to do with you?
No.
Because the renewal of memberships and the purchase of memberships is what keeps our business going. It's not what y'all buy. It's how many people renew their memberships a year.
See, I was right again. I was
You're
right.
not right, though, Shawn.
I was right. I said that they make a living off of these people paying $25, $30, $100, you said $120.
That's why BJ doesn't keep up with us, because we don't really do those promos, nor do we advertise.
Oh, so you know what? Miss Miko, you got to step your game up and move on over to Costco's because you're playing yourself.
Beanie, let me hold your membership, girl. Send me that
Oh,
card.
now you want to hold us.
She can hold mine, though. I'll get that 2% back.
Let me hold your card, girl.
All right. God bless you.
All right, ladies, y'all have a good day.
Bye, Beanie.
What
Thanks for calling.
What else you have? What else? We're going to do
You
one
want to
last
shout out the
story.
room or you want to do a story?
We'll do a story. We'll shout out the room. That'll be the last thing we do.
All right.
$120 and you in there 3 times a week spending $200 and then the gas for $120? Does that even mathematically make sense? Does it make sense? You gave them $120. The item is $199 with the $120 purchase. Without the membership, it's $219. It's 20 cents. It's 20 cents. And then you go outside and you take your car to the pump and you save another 3 cents.
Yeah.
You save 5 cents.
That's life.
And then you're mad that other people are over there getting gas. That's going to happen. Costco's, you watch yourself with that. Because if this gas go up to $10, people are going to go up there and they're going to steal the gas from you. What else do you have?
So this
Shout
is
out
for
to
all
Beanie.
my foodies. Foodies, get in here. Burger King Austria launches a Whopper with matching buns for Pride Month. Did you guys know June was Gay Pride Month?
Yeah.
So, okay, here's the deets. Burger King declared it's time to be proud with a new Pride Whopper unveiled in Austria. Yep, customers can now order a Pride Whopper, which consists of 2 matching buns. So whether you prefer tops or bottoms, Burger King will have something for everyone to enjoy. With 2 equal buns for equal love and equal rights, we set an example for the equality of all identities and sexual orientations. The fast food giant captioned their post on Instagram. That's what they captioned their post on Instagram. According to their website, the item was created for equal love and equal rights. They continued stating, "We are setting example for individuality and freedom and stand for a respectful interaction with each other." The burger is currently available for purchase until June 20th, and aside from the identical buns, the burger includes the classic Whopper ingredients. Now, are you guys going to go on out there and purchase the buns? What do you guys, tops or bottoms? How do you like your buns? Let me know. They said Burger King doing too much. That's what they said in the chat room.
Well, the first question is, are you a top or are you a bottom?
You a top or a bottom?
I'm going to say I'm both. I'm nasty.
You nasty, Shawn.
Tamika, are you a top or a bottom? I'm both. Where would you be?
I'm a bottom.
You're a bottom?
I'm a bottom.
Put in the chat room if you're a bottom or a top. I'm both. I'm nasty. No, they're not going too far. Actually, they're doing it right. They're not doing like the capitalistic companies that we have here, infiltrating Juneteenth without, getting any guidance from the African American committees of the world, and just putting all these Juneteenth items on the shelf and being disrespectful to the culture, to the black culture. At least Burger King put some thought in it, some research in it, and then there's a plethora of gay folks that can help them out. And will I buy what kind of burgers is?
It's a Whopper. You can get either the top or the bottom.
It's a Whopper, you can get a top. That's a triple pause right there. A Whopper, you can get a top or a bottom.
2
pause.
tops or 2 bottoms.
Miss Migo, before we shout out the room and get out of here, would you purchase the gay sandwich?
Yeah.
Whether top or bottom?
Yeah. I would.
Pickles must be really funny. Some gay lettuce.
You can't let it.
As soon as you take a bite of it, go, oh. As soon as the rapper come out, you hear, Bite me.
Oh, my God.
Bite me. Before we shout out. Miss Migo, ask me what I purchased the top bottom gay burger.
Shawn,
Yes.
Would you purchase the top or the bottom?
I would purchase the gay burger. Top and bottom, both. I don't care.
You take
Matching
one top,
bun. I'll take top or bottom.
Okay.
I'll purchase the
tops are dry.
Put a pause on that. You sure the tops are dry?
The tops are dry. The bottom's nice and flat and moist.
Have you ever dealt with a dry top?
Yeah, you take the top off my burgers and just eat the burger in the bottom part.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you never had a dry top?
Nah, tops on. Pause on dry top, y'all. You trying to set me up?
I just actually.
Go ahead, Sean.
You said you.
Go ahead and answer the question, man.
You asked me. I'm not asking
you. My dumb self feeding into it.
Because I was gonna say you need to reevaluate if you dealt with only dry tops. I don't deal with dry tops.
Oh my gosh, boy!
Shout out to my wife.
Crazy.
We don't do dry tops in my hood, in my domain. Now, there's nothing wrong with this. We're gonna shout out. We're gonna do some old school. We're gonna shout out the room. We're gonna get out of here. We gotta go. Oh, what is it? Put a number 1 in the chat room if you purchased the burger.
Yeah, who's purchasing the burger? Put number 1 in the chat room if you purchasing Burger King's gay burger.
Yeah. If you're purchasing that, give me a number 1. I'll purchase it. Miss Miko, are you purchasing?
Yeah, I'll purchase.
Okay, put a number 1 in the chat room if you're gonna purchase the burger. Put a number 2 if you're not. And this is in Australia.
Austria.
Yes. All right. We appreciate you guys. We're gonna show you guys some love. We're gonna thank you guys for having patience with us this morning. We're gonna go pass for a pass, and we're gonna shout out the chat room. We're gonna do something different today. We haven't done this in a few weeks, so we're gonna shout y'all out. You ready?
Yep.
Let's do it. Oh, where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at? In the chat room. Hey, where the hearts at? Miko, let's go.
Turn down for what?
Hey, where the hearts at? Where the hearts at? Or where the hearts going?
Turn down for what?
Hey, where the hearts at? Where the hearts at? Or where the hearts going?
Turn down for what?
Hey, where the hearts at? Where the hearts at? Or where the hearts
Turn
going?
down for what?
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 For what? For what?
Hey.
All right.
Shout out. WM Dixon. Good morning, brother. Good morning.
God bless you, brother.
John Greer. Good morning, John. You was good today in the chat room. Proud of you. Lee Scott. Good morning, brother Lee.
Keep those hearts coming.
Good morning, Preem Jordan. How are you, Preem Jordan?
Good morning,
Natalie,
brother.
all right. Hey, Natalie, right? How you doing, girl?
Natalie.
Garrison Kathy. Good morning to you.
God bless you.
Vanetta George, Mrs. Ambassador. Good morning, lady.
Special shout out to well, it's too late now. I was wondering why Vanetta didn't call in about the curfew. I think. Shout out to Danielle. You know, they both have great perspectives when it comes down to these type of issues. Go ahead.
Absolutely. I was about to say shout out to Danielle Williams. Good morning, Danielle. Thanks for calling in today. Sonia Murray. Good morning, Sonia.
Sonia, God bless you.
Greg Yuggenut Hill. Good morning, DJ Hill. Denise Dermotron.
Young and Nut.
Yuggenut Hill.
You said Young and no,
Yuggenut.
not Hill. Yeah, DJ Young and Nut. You forget about the Hill boy.
Oh, DJ Yuggenut.
I should play some of
Noted.
I'm gonna play some of Young and Nut's music for he put in a group room the other day. Go ahead. Thanks for doing that too, Young and Nut. Appreciate you.
Beanie Green. Good morning, Beanie. Thanks for calling in.
Let's clap for Beanie. Thank
Shout
you,
out to
Beanie.
Beanie
We
and
appreciate
Costco.
you. Thanks for having some fun and playing along with us. Pause.
Good morning to Kwani Kwan. Go.
Kwani Kwan is in the house, cooling now without a doubt. I'm Kwani Kwan. Kwani Kwan, y'all. Q to the U, the A to the N. The Y. Okay.
Good morning, Dwayne Stanton Holmes. Good morning to you.
Tall guy. What's up, brother?
Gia Love. Good morning, Gia.
Gia, she's new to the room.
Yeah, I think Gia is new to the room. She's been very active. Gia, how did you hear about us? And tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend.
Yes, please.
Good morning, LaShawn Haynes Jones. Good morning to you.
Thanks for that discipline story. We appreciate you.
Cherie Monroe. Good morning, Cherie.
Cherie, who's that? She's new?
Nope, she's been in the chat room with us a couple of times.
God bless you.
Good morning to
That's your
you.
friend?
Yes.
All right, God bless. Where's she from?
Good morning, Florida.
So one thing about you don't have no ugly friends.
Well, thank you. Shout out to my girls.
Would you guys let a ugly chick into your group?
Sean, good morning, Nathaniel Jones. You ain't setting me up. Good morning, Nathaniel. Shamika Love. Good morning, Shamika Love.
But there's an underlying something's going on here. Why all your friends are beautiful? I'm just trying.
Shout out to you.
Because I know it must have been one ugly chick that wanted to get down and something happened. I don't know what's going on.
Ginger Snaps Gibson. Hey, Ginger.
Ginger,
hey,
that's one of your homegirls, right? She's a beautiful young lady. Wait. Why?
Lakeisha Berglund. Hey, girl.
Every one of your friends are beautiful. What's going on?
Natalie Greek.
Is she new?
Yeah, I think not Natalie. It's Nalai. Good morning, Nalai. N-A-L-I.
I find that very weird.
DJ Cadillac Kid. Good morning to you.
Cadillac, what's up, brother? Appreciate you and everything that you do, bro.
Promote Extraordinaire. Hey, Brooklyn Cakes. Thanks for joining us. Good morning to you.
That's my guy. God bless you, brother.
Nicole Harris. Shout out, Nicole. Princess Cost. Good morning, Mr. Robinson. I can't do it like Beanie Green, but good morning, Princess.
Don't say that. You looking at Kara. Say it one more time if you don't mind.
Good morning, Mr. Robinson.
Okay, right. Of course you can't do it like Beanie.
Can't do it like Beanie.
But
Beanie wins.
But you're in your own lane with it. Of course Beanie wins.
Beanie wins.
She wins all the time.
Yes. Cal Stewart. Good morning, Cal.
I know Beanie must have drove some of these men crazy in her lifetime.
With that voice,
With
right?
that voice? Oh my God. I know she don't got poly fellas running down. What's she at, in Virginia now?
She's in Maryland.
Maryland. She probably got people from New York and New Jersey running down to Maryland looking for her.
Dara Jackson, good morning to you. Sha Brax, Ultimate Soul Escape. You guys, we still have some rooms left. Come on down to Antigua with us.
Yeah, they'll be calling in tomorrow. We got our beach balls already. We good.
Yep, we good. Ready for tomorrow. Lydia George. Hey, Lydia George. How are you? Tell Ghost we said hello. Clinton White. Hey, Mr. Clinton. Sean's going to call you after the show. And last but not least, Chanel Williams. Good morning, Chanel. How are you? Gia Love says, shout out to Syracuse, New York.
That's where she's from?
Is that where you're from, Gia?
Yeah. Well, thank you so much for tuning in. How did you find out about the show? Thank you. Welcome to the group. Lynette Serrano, welcome you and all the others. Put a number in the chat room if you enjoyed the show. Put a number 2 if you didn't. Okay, we're out of here. Ms. Miko, we'll be back tomorrow. Let's clap.
Yep.
Great show today. Thanks, you guys, for having patience with us today with the technical situation, but we appreciate you. We are out of here. See you tomorrow. Let's go.
Bye, guys.